Okay, hello guys, welcome to Hill Studios again, and welcome to fourth tutorial. Yeah, okay, so go to game. I hope so. Okay, let's hit play, and you will see where you are right now. So where we are, I think in yesterday episode, what we have done is we integrated Photon, and we also integrated a character. If you have any doubts, post in the comment section. You can just see, like, yeah. Before going to that, if you are new, subscribe and like so that it supports me. A real YouTuber knows the difficulties of another YouTuber. So here you can just see, like, the character is running the loop animation, right? So in this particular video, what we're going to do is we're going to dealing with the movement of the player, and I'm not going to type everything in. I'm just going to copy and paste from my other script, and I'm going to explain to you so that you guys can understand it. And I will also provide the scripts link in description so that you guys can just have a look at the script, and you can also copy paste it. If you just want to type it out, type it out. For the first time, you can type it out. I developed more than 6 games in Unity, so I think there is no need for me typing it. If you are a beginner, then type it, because you're going to get used to the syntax, all of this kind of stuff. So go to scripts folder and create a new folder which is also player scripts. I think it is better if you have everything organized. So let's go to the player scripts again, and I'll create a new two C# scripts. First one is player motor. Okay, first one is player motor script, and next one is player controller script. Create a C# script, player controller. So what player motor does is, like, it's very simple. It's just going to take inputs and you're going to apply those inputs. And what player controller does is, like, it's going to take over all of our input access, and it will send the inputs to the player motor. So player motor is quite simple, and we don't change player motor very often. We will change only player controller. So I'll try to complete player motor first, and then we will go to player controller. I hope you guys are getting this thing. So here we are at player motor script, and it's completely empty right now. I'm going to open my other script as well. Go to player motor. Okay, I'm not going to write variables initially. We will write functions and we will write variables according to them. So guys, so you can understand, okay, for this particular thing we need variables. Okay, so let's get started. So initially we need a rigid body for moving all of our components. So initially we need a rigid body, right? So let's search where is our rigid body. Okay, here it is, public rigid body RB. So create a rigid body here as well, and in the start function get that rigid body, or you can drag and drop that rigid body as well. We don't even care about it. And there are multiple functions. Look at this part of the script, guys. You don't need to look at this one. Okay, so there are multiple functions here. First function is move, which will take the velocity which I am sending from player controller, and I will assign to this variable where it is coming from. That's the route you're getting. Here I am declaring it private vector3 velocity, private vector3 rotation. Initially I will import both of those, and I will tell you where it is coming from. So let us import both of those variables, private vector3 velocity, vector3 0, and I will write those two functions. First function will take move, will take the velocity, and it will assign to our current variable. And next function rotate will take the rotation, it will take the x move and y move. Initially you don't need this one, so I will try to simplify this script as much as I can. So initially let us import this thing first. Okay, we write the move function. What it does, initially it will take our velocity from our player controller script and I will pass to player motor script. Let us go to the rotate as well, and I will remove this thing so that it will be simple for you guys. So what we does right now is, like, okay, we are taking movement and we are assigning it to our velocity here, which we are getting from player controller, which I will tell you afterwards. After completing both scripts, you guys can understand a lot better. Okay, we completed movement and we can also complete rotation as well. And there is other function known as rotate camera. There will be 3 types. For moving up and down, we will rotate our camera. Okay, for moving left and right, we will rotate our player. Rotate is something which will rotate our player, and rotate camera will rotate our camera. Okay, so we will have rotate camera function here, another function, and let us go here, and you will have this camera rotation x variable. Let us import that one as well, camera rotation x, and we have current camera rotation and camera rotation x. We have 3 variables again. All of these are related to the camera rotation, so let us import all of them. If you guys don't understand it, try to go through the script. It will make a lot of sense. and don't try to remember the names of these functions, all of these. Try to generalize the concept. I think that is better. At any point of time you can just go through the scripts again. Okay, private, we are also mentioning the camera rotation limit. Why camera rotation is like, if you are trying to rotate a camera, the camera should rotate only up to a certain limit, right? When you are looking at up, you cannot look 360 degrees, right? You can look to a certain limit, so that limit is camera rotation limit. So now we will go to the fixed update function. What is the meaning of fixed update function? Is like it is a function that runs for every 2 to 3 seconds based on the physics interval. So if you are trying to apply any kind of physics kind of stuff, you need to apply inside a fixed update. If you are trying to do anything other than physics, like for every frame, then you have to write it inside update. Got it? So we have 3 functions again: perform movement, perform rotation, perform cam rotation. So whenever I pass the variables here, and I will pass the variables every frame, guys, so you guys need to remember this one. I will pass velocity for every variable for every frame, and I will pass them. So velocity variable, rotation variable, and cam rotation variable, they all will keep on updating. Got it? So now what I will do is I'll call these functions perform movement, perform rotation, perform cam rotation, and they will apply operations on these variables: velocity, rotation, cam rotation. I hope you guys are getting this one. So let us go to this perform movement script. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this kind of stuff. So what we are doing is, initially we are calling perform movement, and we are checking if velocity is not equal to 0. If velocity not equal to 0, then a player is moved. So we will do RB, rigid body dot move position. It's a function, guys. It's going to take our current position of rigid body. It's going to add velocity plus time dot fixed delta time. We don't like speed equal to distance into time, so speed into time is equal to distance that we are adding to position. So we'll just move at some point. I hope you guys are getting this. These are simple questions actually, and I'll copy all of these things. So okay, so I'll try to explain to you guys. So now perform rotation. Similarly, we are checking if our rotation is not equal to 0. If our rotation is not equal to 0, we are taking the current player rotation. And how you know this is current player rotation? Because we are attaching these scripts to player. So if I'm saying just a transform rotation, it is going to take the player object rotation that it is attached to. So since this script is attached to the player, so transform rotation internally represents player rotation is equal to RB dot rotation, like rigid body dot rotation, into quaternion dot Euler of rotation. You are converting your rotation, which is vector 3, into quaternion, which is suitable for rotation in unity terms. Got it? So it is also quite simple. And perform cam rotation. Initially we are checking if our camera is not null, or initially we are checking if our camera is not null. Got it? If our camera is not null, then what we're going to do is, initially we're going to take our camera rotation and we're going to subtract it by current cam rotation, and we are going to clamp it. I think you guys know what's a clamp, right? If I say clamp between 80 to minus 80, if I am having any value greater than 80, I will get the value as 80. If I am having any value less than minus, let us say I gave a value of 160, in clamp of 80 to minus 80, I will get 80. If I give 81, I'll get 80. If I give 80, I'll get 80. If I give any value higher than the clamp max value, I'm going to get a value of clamp max value. It's like clamping, like reducing kind of stuff. So you can just search in internet, guys. And then we're going to get our camera, and we're going to transform dot Euler angle, local Euler angles is equal to new vector 3 of current cam rotation x. So you're just rotating around x-axis, right? Because you know, like this is x-axis, so I'm rotating around x-axis, up and down. My head is moving up and down. So that's it. This is the entire player motor script, guys. I think we saved a lot of time instead of typing all of this. And I will also provide the links. If I forgot, please try to message in comment section. I'll try to post them. Okay, this is the player motor script. Okay, now this is the entire player motor script, and we only added variables that are needed to us. So this is the perfect way to understand, you guys. So let us go to our Unity again and make sure we are not getting any errors. Let us go to our Unity. Okay, we got some errors. Let us see. The name cam doesn't exist. Okay, we forgot one variable. So let us add that variable as well. I think cam is some kind of game object. I think so. Okay, so it is a game object. Serialized field is like for getting player private objects through the inspector. You can also mention it as public. There is no difference at all if you are developing some small game. So okay, I think player motor script will compile now. I think it got compiled or what? Oh my god, Unity has this bug, man, really. Okay, never assign to, never have any value. Okay, fine. Okay, now you can go to your inspector, take your SWAT guy. Okay, and he has some animator kind of stuff, and I'm going to remove that animator anyway. Remove this component and player motor script, and I'll try to add it here. You need to have rigid body, right? So wait, I'm going to click on the squat, and I'm going to add rigid body to this person. RIG rigid body, and I'm going to say use gravity. Now if I click on press, he will fall down because he has gravity, but he doesn't have box collider. So I will have box collider as well. Let us remove this box collider and let capsule collider. It will be much more better. Capsule collider, and let us try to place it top here at the center of this thing. Oh my god. Oh, got it. Wait. So I'm going to change this thing to, oh shit. Okay, and height I'm going to increase this thing, and radius I'm going to decrease this thing. Yeah, something like this will be pretty good for a shooter games, since anyway players are going to be close, so you need to be as accurate as possible. It will be somewhat better. And okay, I think for now it is fine enough. Let's hit play and we will see what will happen. Okay, our guy is right now standing on the ground, whatever, fine. So now what I need to do is okay, I added this rigid body, right? So what I need to do is I need to add this one here. So just click on this rigid body and drag and drop this one onto player motor. Got it? And you need to have some camera, right? And what I'll do is initially we are not going to add any camera today. Tomorrow we're going to add camera. So I'm going to keep it null. So you guys don't need to worry about any kind of errors. So in order to prevent ourselves from null error, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to call this function right now. Okay, we're going to call this function afterwards. So fine. So let us try to run it again. We're going to do this fine. We're going to do this player controller right now. It is going to be a most complicated part, so try to get it. Okay, initially we have this player controller, so let me open another player controller. Okay, now let's go from update function, because you will get to know most of this stuff from the update function. I'm not going to go through the mobile input. I will go through the mobile input once we are familiarize ourselves with PC input. Mobile input is quite simple as well, so you guys don't need to worry. So let us get started from this thing as well. Void awake, start, smooth blend. Okay, so when you're starting out, initially you will get the reference for our motor. Because why? Because you need to send inputs, right? So our name is player motor, so we'll just name it PLA MAV here. Game object internal represents our object in which this script is attached to. And we have motor, but we didn't have any kind of variable regarding that one, so we'll add variable. So we'll go here. Where is our motor? Okay, here it is, motor. We're going to it is player motor. Got it? We got our motor. Let us select this thing, and inside of fixed update, since it's a physics related, we are going to have fixed update. And we're going to have two functions. Okay, so based on our application, so these are some so we're going to go to fixed update, and we're checking if our application is mobile platform. If our application is mobile platform, then we're going to check mobile input. If it is not, then we're going to go to PC input. Fine. And mobile input, I'm going to set this function as empty right now. Anyway, we are testing on our PC, so we don't need to worry a lot. So let's go to PC input. This is where all of the things got messy. So go to here, and okay, initially we started our function and we end our function. So I'm going to initially I need to get values of inputs, right? Let us go to our Unity again. I hope everyone is doing good, man. Really, it is too hot actually, and corona is getting out of control in India. project settings, and you can go to input manager, and you can go to axis here. You can see all kind of axis. You have horizontal axis, which is named as horizontal. You can see at a negative button A, positive button D. So if you don't have the controls, try to add horizontal. I think you will get it horizontal and vertical. If you don't get it, try to add horizontal, vertical, whatever buttons you have for negative and positive. If you didn't get it as well, try to search for internet on how to get input axis. It is quite easy as well. So let's get started on the PC input and we will finish this episode. So what we will do initially is like input dot get axis of horizontal. What horizontal means is like moving left and right. And how do we get values from horizontal? Initially I showed you, right? Horizontal axis, what are the negative buttons? A. What are the positive button? D. So based on if I click A, then it is going to return -1. If I click D, it's going to return +1. Similarly for vertical axis, it's going to get something like W and S. If I click on W, it will get positive X, and it will get, if I click on S, then it's going to get negative X. -1, and if I click W, it is going to give you +1. If I press yes, this is going to give -1. So based on these particular values, I'm going to get _X move and _Z move, like +1 or -1. So I need to take both of these inputs and I need to give a direction to a player, right? That's what we are going to do. So once I got the X move, Z move, what I'm going to do is initially I'm going to take transform.right vector. It's a predefined vector, and I'm going to multiply it by x underscore x move, so that it will scale. Okay, whether we should move or we should not move, something like that. Transform.forward is like 100, so it's like moving forward, and I'm going to scaling it by _Z move. Okay, if _Z move is negative, then what it mean? We should move backward, otherwise we should move forward, something like that. I'm going to store them in this _move. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add both of these vectors, like moving left and forward, moving forward and moving right. I'm going to add both of these vectors and I'm going to normalize them and multiply them by speed. Got it? And that is known as a vector3 velocity. And what I'm going to initially in player motor, we define a function, right? What is this? Move function, where I'm sending velocity. That is where we are using here. We are sending this velocity to this motor move. Got it? I hope you guys are getting it right now. So one variable is missing here, speed. So let us declare that variable as well. So you guys don't need to worry about this script. Actually, we will be transforming that script into this one for in future episodes. So okay, so yes, that's it. Okay, so you have speed, which is moving at 5, something like that. And initially we moved our player. So let us try to check this thing whether it is actually working or not, and now we can check it out. Motor cam is now assigned to, okay, so go to your project and go to your player controller and attach this thing to play, and we have player motor. So drag and drop this one into here. Okay, now let us hit play and see whether it is working or not. Now I'm pressing okay, WASD. I hope you guys are seeing it, what I'm seeing. I'm pressing WASD and this, oh shit. Wait, go to rigid body, okay, and go to constraints and freeze rotation around XYZ so that it will not fall. Yes, that's it. If your player is not jumping, try to freeze rotation around Y as well. Who cares? Move left, right. Okay, now you guys can see, right? Cool enough. Okay, now let us come to rotation part. So okay, we moved our script, right? Okay, wait, so we are moving our script until now we complete up to here. So now wait, where is it? X accumulator, motor rotate camera, Y accumulator. I think I deleted something here. Oh wait, it is mobile input. Wait, I had to go to PC input. Sorry guys. So now okay, let us try to, I think I will try to complete up to rotate only, and we will do the rotate camera afterwards once we set up our cine machine. So anyway, we're going to rotate camera rotation. We're going to delete this thing, and we're going to read this thing as well. And mouse while, let us try to remove this thing as well. and these are all math.labs which we will be focusing on next step, not now. So y rotation and okay, now the entire script is simplified. So now if you want some good clarity on this one, there is a Brackeys multiplayer FPS tutorial where he explained it and clearly. You can also look at them. So let us see. So now what we're going to do is you're going to get our input axis raw of mouse x. What's the meaning of mouse x? I hope you guys can see mouse, right? This is also mouse x and this is also mouse y. So if I'm moving at this particular point and I'm going to get how much times I moved it. Like if I'm pressing to the right side, it will give 1. If I'm pressing to the left side, it's giving -1. So y rotation will contain the mouse movement, and I'm going to convert this into a vector of 3-dimension, I think so. Yeah, 3 axis, something like that. And I'm going to multiply this one with the sensitivity. Oh my god. Wait guys. So I'm going to multiply with this one with sensitivity. Okay, and next I'm going to send this motor dot rotate. I'm going to send this rotation. Okay, and I'm going to send this rotation. That's it. I hope you guys are getting it. I'm getting our mouse X position and we are rotating it and we are sending it to this particular player motor rotate. Got it? So let us check this thing. Okay, there are some errors. Okay, look sensitivity is not defined. So go to player controller and look sensitivity. Go to this thing again and go to this particular thing. Where is look sensitivity? Okay, here it is. So copy here and paste it right here. You have this look sensitivity. Okay, now go to your game and play it. Now I'm not able to rotate actually. I'm going WSD. Some people may find it like white is not moving, white is not moving. White is not moving is like initially default values will be 0 for look sensitivity. You need to change it to something like 1. Yeah, let us try with 1. And I hope now it works. Now if I'm moving my mouse, I hope you guys can see, but how can I say something like, you guys can see right, he's moving something like that. Yeah, if I move my mouse, then this player will move. Got it? And if I'm pressing WASD, then he will kind of moving as well. So one quick fix to check whether if he's actually moving or not, go to your main camera, go to your inspector and set the positions to 0, 0, 0, just resetting our position and attach it to SWAT. Got it? Now let us try to move this thing according to our player. So keep it. Okay, so keep it according to our player. And wait, let us rotate this thing. So where is rotation? Okay, let us try to rotate this thing. I'm trying to parent this thing. That's it, guys. I'm not doing anything extra actually. Okay, now if we can check it out. Now our player is moving and our camera is also moving because we parented it. Got it? So this is one simple trick to just get a camera, that's it. But we're going to import Cinemation as well because it is give you a much more feel and look as well. Got it? Now he is moving and he's rotating as well. He cannot look up and down, and because we don't have Cinemation, I thought like we will do it afterwards. What is the time? Okay, I think we got up to a point and we also developed a moving system for our player. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching the video and like, share, subscribe, whatever. Okay, thank you.